Welcome back to some Netrunner. I have another game here from the ANRPC. This is the fan-run ANRPC event. I'll have the URL up on the screen so you get more information on that. I've talked about it on some of the previous videos. And I have with me commentating the player on the right there, just peeked up at the camera, Mr. Andrew Cortez. How are you doing tonight, Andrew?
I'm doing so good. I'm playing against Noise, and I'm playing RP. Those both have good cards.
And the Noise player here is Jason. Jason was actually okay. At the risk of spoiling things a little bit, and I promise you it's not a spoiler, or it may be, or whatever, but Jason won this tournament. Andrew did very well. Didn't you come in 4th or 5th in this tournament?
I came in 6th, but 4th through 6th were all tied, and it was just strength of schedule.
Okay, yeah. So Andrew did very well as well. And this was the top table, so that these two players going at it. So Andrew playing on the right, and yeah, the data pack here was Old Hollywood, which I often call New Hollywood. Starting off here strong with a hedge fund. How about that?
Yeah, so good. It's almost Sundew, but we'll get there later.
It's 2 Sundews.
Yeah.
Don't you know Sundew math? You're an RP player. You should know Sundew math.
Yeah, I don't read the cards that I actually play, Brian. That's where you're wrong.
So this is you trying to sneak on an Astro script, right?
Correct. And then he mills the Astro script, and I'm like, dang it.
That Astro train is so good that Jinteki's picking up on it now. Here's a strong start from Noise. Wow, and he gets a
stronger start.
That is an incredible.
Yeah.
And he has
With
the wild side. That
nuts draw. That is as good as it gets.
That's probably the best Noise start I've ever seen. And I've been playing a lot of Noise recently. Wow, that is nuts. So the cash down, milling the Nisei, selling off the cash now with his Aesops, and he has a wild side to give him some cards. So he's got money, he's got cards. You got your pad campaign in ISO. That's good.
Yeah, it's a small start, but I'm just kind of digging for a little bit more ice. Perhaps a Jackson, and hopefully get a scoring server running up nice and soon. Because since it's Noise, I'm gonna want to play pretty quickly.
Right. Yeah. You can't sit back and hope that you don't just get milled out, because that's the exact thing that is going to happen. And he plays the data sucker. I bet we'll see him run on archives. He got one. And you say why not? No, I just drawn. But it's get his daily cast.
I think he felt really bad for the first one, so he did it again.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Illegal play state. Judge.
I wanted him to know that I had Crick and then install a different piece of ice.
Yeah, because Crick's not good on archives. That's not where you should put that ice. Crick is good for remote play. So what is that remote ice there? You rocking that Susanoo?
I do have a Susanoo, but that's probably not.
Yeah.
I would probably lay an Eli down just so I can do like an early Sundew or something like that, just to tax him a little bit.
You don't really want a Susanoo against Noise here with David anyway, or do you sometimes try that?
Sometimes I do it, and I have Caprice, so worst case I'll do like a Susanoo Tolbu, and then I'm making him burn counters, which is that can work.
Oh, here we go. So is that a draw, install, and you do have the Nisei in hand.
Yep. I'm
Sundew
getting the
down.
Sundew server going. Yeah.
And that's probably Caprice, right? Is that an Ash maybe?
Yeah. No, that's Caprice. Sure.
Okay. So he sells off another cash, and his engine here is just rocking.
Yeah,
Cards
it's
and
definitely.
money
His start was so good. I don't know how I would have done. Only other thing I would have asked for would have been Grimoire, but other than that, rock solid.
So that is Street Peddler, a somewhat new card, going to be able to host 3 cards from the stack on there, and can install one of those on demand for 1 card less. That's a pretty cool card.
Yeah, it's very anarch. It's very, I'm just going to run through my whole deck, and maybe I'll get something good, or maybe I'll get 3 sure gambles. Who cares?
He doesn't care. Does he that daily cast has like invisible credit tokens on it?
Yeah, that was the one thing. See his credits on Brave. They're very, very, very small.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that red is 5, and then the clear ones are white, most likely.
Right.
Sundew doing work. Oh man, you got some money now. Static down. So now
slam dunk. Yeah, so I played full static, and I played against 2 or 3 Noise that day, and it helped significant. Um, Also against decks like Max, Kit, things like that, it can have a really good impact. But of course, decks like Andy, it's not going to do anything. Or Kate,
Sure.
Whatever. They're not too upset. So.
Do you play 2 of them in the deck?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I play a current.
Now, this is great. So Noise already milled 4 cards, but he needs. Now you're saying like you need to get into service here and score an agenda, or play your hacktivist support or whatever, because the mill strategy is off the table right now. That's not going to do anything.
Yeah, and especially with.
Did you see that?
Yeah. He peddlers.
He peddler
really
to peddler.
Yeah.
Man,
like, hopefully this goes better.
He peddler to peddler. It had a Deja Vu and a Corroder with the other cards. So the Corroder he could get with Clone Ship, so that's reasonable. And he's just going to immediately install the Rolodex, right? Yeah, Rolodex. So this card is pretty new.
That was a
so
new
he looks
card.
at the top
So,
5 cards of his... Right. Criminal card, I think 1 influence. And he looks at the top 5 cards, and he could rearrange these, put them back on top. So it's the precognition for runner. But also, what is that second ability on Rolodex, Andrew?
It says if you play Rolodex with automatically game. I think, but you have to trash it.
Okay, so the second ability, which Andrew failed on miserably, was to, if it's uninstalled, you trash the top 3 cards of your stack.
Right, oh. Yeah, I was really
confused. So he's running HQ, running R&D, resin some ice. Lotus Field says, nuh-uh. Pup says, sure. Oh, and he trashes
and I'm
the
not,
pad.
Yeah, I'm really not happy with that, and there's Pup on R&D, so I'm not terribly thrilled. Like, it's cool that I have Cerebral Static down, but you can really just keep running through R&D and imping things and or scoring an agenda, which would make the pain go away.
You need a second
I'm looking
ice
for
here.
ice. Yeah.
A second Pup would be great, but something like Eli would be pretty great too. So he did use that imp, I believe, to trash the pad campaign, correct?
Correct, right. Right now I'm looking for an Eli. I want to throw it on R&D or a Lotus Field. I don't want something like a Tolbu. But
and another
I figured I'd try and stress him out, make him kind of chase after one of them and spend his time running rather than running R&D over and over and over again.
No, and I think that's... I mean, at first I thought that was a dubious play, but just the fact that he's still at 3 clicks. He doesn't have his chronotype out yet. Oh, but he does Parasite.
Right.
Doesn't get the mill off of it because that's Cerebral Static, but the Pup is gone. So yeah, he's going to have to spend one of his valuable... Okay, so he imps the Baku.
Yeah.
And it sees, I think, another ice. And yeah, he lets the Sundew sit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get... Right now, he's thinking, I need to get rid of Cerebral Static while it's easy for me to run.
Oh, my God.
Yep. And
You're too good.
So, that was a very interesting love gift. I figured, okay, I need to be able to res this thing, and I got to stop Art. So, I'll make him get a David or something.
At this point, I have no
like
idea if you're doing your accounting right here. It seems like you should have more money than you have right now, just based on what happened. But, yeah, so that was 2 Niseis... probably Future Perfect and NAPD, was that right?
2 Niseis, NAPD, Perfect, Susanna.
Yeah.
Wrote on it. It's pretty good in terms of defense-wise, but that was my one op.
Yeah, so he basically needs David now to take care of that Susano.
Or Faust. That really sucks. It's an option that they always had.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's not an attractive option. But what's cool about that right now, because he knows you have the Crick on Archives, so if he could run the Susano to force you to res it, which would definitely put a little bit of a strain on your econ. But if he does that, he's going to trigger the Crick, which is going to get you something pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, so that Faust gets through for 2 cards on the Lotus Field.
Right.
Which is pretty reasonable.
It's very reasonable. Like, I mean, the fact that they don't have to look for an art Faust. Like decks.
Oh, here we go.
We have a date, so now I'm sweating a little bit.
Yeah, now you're just screwed.
Right.
Because he has David.
Yeah.
And he has David. He has Aesops and Clone Chip. So that's just 6 uninterrupted turns of R&D access.
So the thing that I'm excited about is I have 4 agendas in my hand. He's stolen one of them. so I think that means there's a so, and one could be. Okay. I,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, I think he, I think he decided to go
Wait,
after. I don't know
wait,
why.
why?
Uh,
Wait, oh, there must have been
I don't know why.
something, and there must have been something in that he could have gotten from his heap. Because why did you even bother resin? So he imps another
Yeah,
pack
he must have a Faust.
It has to be something like that, right? Because why else would you even bother resin?
Yeah.
There's just something we missed that went into our archives, or went into the heap. That's the only answer for the insanity that just happened there. Yeah, and if he has like a Faust and you res Eli, then he's like, okay, screw it. I don't care that much about HQ.
So
Okay.
that's my second celeb gift for 5 agendas now.
So you pulled another agenda since the last celebrity gift?
Yeah, yeah, I think it was draw into an agenda, and I was like, oh well, it couldn't get any worse now. So I draw, flip.
And do you have like 11 points of agendas in your hand? Is that right?
Yeah, because it's 11. It's 4.
That's
3.
13 known. There could be one or two. I mean, there could be one, I'd say, in archives from one of those previous mills, but we're looking at 2 or 3 agendas there in R&D. So yeah, I guess you're not too worried about that.
And for him, it's worth him to take a look.
Oh
I
yeah.
had 4 or 5 face down, and I have no jack. Sure, I have a son.
And he sees another pup. All right. Yeah, no, there's no, because now he could just sell that David to Aesops and get it back if he wants to go check R&D again. But yeah, I mean, HQ has got to be his focus. He's got to shift his focus to HQ, as annoying as that is. Because even with Faust to that, as soon as you get that remote built up, one more piece of ice there, and then you start advancing stuff, even with Faust, that's going to be a pain to deal with. Oh, here we go. So that is probably the Nisei, right? Sundew. The Sundew still sitting on the table there. You have 3 drip
really
econ.
helps.
3 drip coming in every cycle here. Okay, so he did get his chronotype out now, so he's sitting at the full 4 clicks. He had a huge part of his game. How many clicks do you think he lost to Wildside there? Probably 5,
Well,
6?
he's had pancakes for a little bit. I think it was about 4 or 5. But
Yeah.
A lot of people say, like, write-ups about wild side pancakes, like just play the wild side, draw the pan, and
Sure.
I generally.
Yeah, no, I mean, Wildside was and is still a good card even without the adjusted chronotype, which we are calling pancakes because she's making pancakes. So some people, I know that seems like a fairly common thing, but as commentators, I suppose we should mention that. Cerebral Static's still hanging out, saying, "Hey, what's up? Where's your current?"
Yeah, that is the only reason I'm still at the table.
I figure he's played about 3 or 4 viruses since you've played the Static would be my guess. I think we've had a couple imps,
Yeah.
1 or 2 other things.
Yes.
So here's Faust. He's going into HQ, which is definitely the right thing to do. He's clicking through Eli, and he's going to ditch a couple cards here with Faust. Be interesting to see what he ditches. Data Sucker, which he already has a copy of, so why not? And a Parasite. So I'll probably get something.
It's like, be cool.
What's he doing here? He's going to go get a cache, I guess.
Oh, I think he was trying to get a data sucker or something.
Yeah, he was already kind of committed to the access, but yeah, I think he wanted to go get a cache with his clone ship so that when he pulled the NAPD like he did, he'd have enough money to steal it.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah.
So you do get the Nisei, and more money coming in. That money paid for that score, and then some. And only one ice protecting it. That's what do you say? You said that's probably a toll booth.
No, that's probably.
Oh, probably.
I would have been very hesitant relative, but
yeah.
I cannot. Yeah, I gave so much respect to Jay. He kept it pretty cool considering his situation.
What do you mean?
I think he was still making good card choices, with the exception that
Right.
a lot of times when you're in a situation like that, your game plan is subtract. That can be extremely frustrating. But it's obvious. Kept it cool.
He's clicking through Eli again. He's gonna dump some cards here. I hope they're not the caches, because he just spent a deja vu to get the caches.
Yeah,
okay, it's a wild side. And he does ditch one of the caches.
Yeah.
That's really odd to me.
Yeah.
But I guess he just decided that was he needed his other cards.
He
sorry, I think man doesn't really care about that. Oh, he does pull the imp out before access this time. Let's that clone ship not used yet. I can't blame him though, and he imps it. I was gonna say in a previous video I did the same thing where I used a clone ship and then didn't take it away.
Right.
So it looks like that might happen here. Let's see if one of you guys catch that. All right. So is that the second Nisei you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the second Nisei. I think I'll.
So Eli is going to cost him 3 cards, which I guess he could do that 2 times in a turn, but it's going to be tough. You're deciding to res and use the Jackson probably.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm worried about shard. Ever since the whole shard thing happened,
sure.
I don't know, like 7 months ago, that so I always ask the question, especially.
I think you definitely had another agenda in there. I think it was the future perfect maybe. It was a little bit, yeah. Yeah, no, so the 7 is a magic number there for Hades Shard. You always can play that. Which is, the timing of that, like, it totally makes sense to the reason it works the way it does. And a crick. That's kind of an odd one in my mind, because you already got a crick on there. But anyway.
I think I honestly was going to throw it on HQ just to make it a card.
Okay.
Yep.
Some cheap ice. Yeah, the whole timing window of that, where if they play Hades Shard, it feels like I use this analogy of being like comic book guy, where if you have the rule, it's like I install the Hades Shard and then they try and use Jackson, and then you have to go into comic book guy mode where you're like, actually the timing window indicates that you can't do that, and so I win the game. And,
if you reference guide BA 32 step 7 paragraph 4,
step 4 of the run indicates
FFG says I get all your shit.
FFG said, yeah, I spoke to Lucas about this. So Toll Booth is res.
Oh, it was a Toll Booth, yeah.
But you know what I mean about Hades Shard? Like it's one of those cards that like the ruling of it kind of feels not great when you have to enforce it to a player who doesn't know. So
sure. Same thing with Bad.
Did he lose to 3 credits already? Yeah, so Baddie's him. He lost to 3 credits and he's gonna pay 3 cards to get it. I guess he could use the Data Sucker. That might be a good way to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if he wants to do that. Oh, he just ended the run, huh?
Yeah, I think.
Ooh. No.
So that's pretty hard.
I guess. Yeah. Well, so he has. It's hard. He has like about 4 credits, 5 credits maybe. I think he needed to go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5. Yeah.
Yeah, he needed. So he already lost to 3, and then you spend a Data Sucker 2 cards to do the side game, and if you win that side game, this game is shifted in your favor. Well, you used a Nisei token, I guess.
Sure.
But still, like I think you need to go for it. Now look at this: 2 Nisei tokens and a Caprice on the table. You have the future perfect in hand still, right?
Yeah.
Is there any reason for you to not install advance next turn?
Yes, because I'm worried about Clone Chip David or just Faust. I'm more worried about. So I think I want to get 1 piece of ice. Yeah. Also maybe find my hand, get drawn.
Oh man, he has to keep playing these viruses without the mill. It's just a blank Anarch ID is not very good.
What a dick. Yeah.
Okay, so he could clone ship a David out to break this, or how many cards is this? This is 6 strength, right? So 4 cards with Faust or some Data Suckers. Not good.
It's not 2 or.
Oh, he's letting you get the Sundew. What's he doing this for? He just wants to see the face downs?
Yeah.
Yeah. That Street Peddler, I missed when that went out. I couldn't tell what was on there.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? If he didn't, he imped that NAPD instead of stealing it, right? If he would have stolen that
Yep.
NAPD, static would have been gone.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that now. That hurts.
Yeah, I wonder why he decided to do that. So install advance, I think is what you just did here. Looks like you
No,
just
I
did
did install advance,
Whoa.
and then oh, I install an upgrade. Yeah. Okay, I remember why.
Why?
You'll see in a second.
Okay, I'll see. Yeah, because I don't know. That's... I don't know what that is. Maybe, what, Chrysium Grid? What else?
Boy,
No?
think about who I'm playing.
Okay, yeah, sure. So this is should I spoil it? I mean, I think half the listeners, viewers know what it is at this point.
Or-
Okay, that is Cyberdex Fire Suite.
Yeah.
And so now you can purge when he wants to use data suckers, I guess?
Right, just get rid of imp, get rid of data suckers, make him waste a bunch of credit, get this somewhere. Because I can also add run. I think I put down an NAPD. I don't think I had a.
Oh, so didn't you have one at some point? Did you just ditch it and you have Jackson? Yeah, okay.
I think I ditched it and then I
Yeah.
jacked the NAPD that he imped.
That makes that's how that ended up in your archives. Remember, there was a future perfect in your archives, so that's how it ended up
Right.
in there, right? Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense because at the time you had a ton of agendas and we're still like trying to build out the scoring opportunity,
Right.
so you just wanted to get rid of some. Okay, I deem this play reasonable. Man, this is rough though. What is?
Yeah, no, this was a rude game. He started off rude and then I just got real mad. Magic draws.
Magically new install. Yeah, that's such an all-star card. So he just played 3 cards to break. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 2, 4, 6.
Yeah,
break.
I think he's also. So I think right now he's trying to set up, run the toll parasite for suck.
Oh yeah, so
But he straight up plays it from hand. And then I rezzed per.
right. Did he have enough data suckers for that?
Yep, he had
Oh.
4 data suckers, ran parasite.
Right. Yeah, that was good. He loses 3 credits. He could still try and break. Oh,
Sure.
but
Yeah, I mean he.
yeah, no more parrots. So he's gonna have to spend all 3 of his cards for an attempt on this. I think he's just got to do it though. I mean, what cards can he have in there that are more valuable than forcing you to lose a Nisei token?
I mean he can also because parasite doesn't have a counter on it, which I was kind of like, oh, dang. Can also. Oh, I know it. It was on an count, or it was he just ran, so can't do anything right now. Kind of nice. I think I asked. Yep.
Oh, so does he want to do
think
something
he's-
off Street Peddler?
I think that's his.
Yeah, because for you to res and use Cyberdex, he had to say he didn't have any reactions. This is
Right, exactly.
one. So, but he can still. He could, since you used your, res window and paid window, he can still use a paid window. Is that true?
Trying to.
I think I think that's how that works. Where it's like if you both decline to use the paid window, then the paid window is passed. But I
Right.
could be wrong. It's either that or if once one player declares they're not using a paid window, then they are done. I can't read. That's
Right.
I'm a little fuzzy on that. So NAPD is scored.
Need a magic stat.
It's
Say,
just-
say a bunch of steps and numbers.
we need a comic book guy here. He would know.
Yeah, exactly. Just
I've only been a TO for like 2.5 years. Is that even possible? Is this game 2.5 years old?
I think it's technically possible.
So I've only been a TO, let's say 2 years. So I shouldn't know this stuff, right?
You can get your title revoked.
Do I have a title?
Not anymore.
Okay. I mean, that's fair enough. Clearly I don't deserve it.
Right.
Pedal time. There's got to be a some sort of pedal bike pun here that we're missing on Street Peddler. Come on, you're good at this stuff.
Yeah, I
David.
know. I just.
Does it annoy you when I say David?
No, I'm down.
All right.
Pop
Okay.
that. Yep.
A couple credits and a David token. He's got to do it. You got to, yeah.
He's already there.
Oh,
He's
before you access. Oh, what is going on? Okay, no, that makes sense. I thought for a second I thought he was going to try and Utopia from there. It's like, no, you can't do that.
Right.
I don't know why. Okay, so he's going to look at a couple cards here. Caprice gone. And some sort of ice.
I think that's.
Oh, you're doing that Ichi 1.
Oh, that hot light. It's so good.
Going in again.
Yeah, this I got a little.
Toll booth. Oh, I think you just saw 2 toll booths in a row.
Yeah.
That is so
That's
frustrating.
that's one away from Exodia.
You need 4 toll booths to summon Exodia?
No, just 3.
Oh,
It's
okay.
reasonable. It's a reasonable comp.
You make so many Exodia references. I never
Because I
even
just
heard of
want
it
it.
before you started talking about Exodia.
It does. I want it to happen.
You want the
Just in
Netrunner
general.
Exodia.
Right. Exactly.
So that clone ship
That's
is
why-
still the used clone ship, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I just run.
Okay.
I don't know if. Right. I don't know why. That was.
What?
Oh no.
You got
I think
a
I
second
installed it.
Cyberdex?
Oh yeah.
You have 2 Cyberdecks in there?
I picked up that. Yeah, that's a glory child top.
That. Oh, you're gonna do it right now. Wait, why did you do
Just-
it now?
I just wanted him to feel horrible. I think.
That doesn't make any sense. That's not good.
Yeah. No. I think I
No,
just.
because you could have done it after success, so that you cleared you'd be 1 token ahead. You know,
I think I just wanted to.
to break him down.
Doing. Yeah, that's. I mean, because I usually play Wayland, make decks that a lot of housekeep, ghost brand,
Okay.
weird stuff. That
Yeah,
when the runner
you're
sees
doing
it,
a psychological play.
yo, yeah.
Yeah. And is it true you got your PhD in psychology?
I didn't graduate.
I know you skipped 8th grade, but what did you get your PhD in?
I think I got it in numbers. So I just kind of do stuff. With
just numbers in general? Any specific number, like 8?
No. I specialize in several numbers. That's why it's plural, right?
Wait, what
I
is
did
going
PhD
on
in
here?
a number.
Oh, he wants to go collect data suckers in archives or something? Is that what's going on?
yeah. And I was like, okay, you can go through. Would you like to? Oh, yeah, that's right. I said you can go through. Would you like to access?
Yeah, you'll go ahead and use Crick to take a Cyberdex and install it, and it'll run
Install
into the
it.
second Cyber. 2 Cyberdecks. That is so good because there was how many Anarchs did you play in this tournament? Do you remember?
I played. I think 2 or 3 noise and then 1 other amp.
What?
Actually, no, that's not true. No, it's not true. I played, and 1 amp. Not.
I'm so confused what's going on here. he just ran into R&D and let Susanoo fire.
Yeah, this I didn't.
Oh,
quite
okay.
understand that
I under so he just wasn't thinking of it right. He thought he'd get through Susanoo. Like Susanoo was just gonna trigger the ice or something. I don't know. I think he's
Alright.
just yeah.
I think right now we're at that last
Right.
turn.
Okay, so now he got through the toll booth and you Caprice stops
That
him.
one.
And that is the game. Yeah, I think he just kind of went on tilt at some point, and I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on in that game on both
Yeah, there
sides
was-
of the table.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot. It was a very odd.
Yeah, that was good though. It was entertaining, you know.
Yeah, it was really fun to play. Because honestly, even though I had Cerebral Static out, I was I was still nervous about like clone ship and peddler stuff. I had a reason to be somewhat.
Right. Okay. Well, let's stop this before the next game starts up here.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
any last comments?
No, I think Jason was awesome to play with. I think teching against Noise that day was a really smart decision. Good example of.
Yeah, and I talked to him after the tournament. He had a lot of positive things to say about Rolodex. Rolodex Street Peddler, he said it was just did a lot of work for him, just kind of getting through his deck strategically, finding
Right.
the card filter that he was able to do with that, and he would sometimes peddler a peddler just to get specific cards. I don't know. He was talking about how much work it did. So that was really interesting to me because I didn't think about that as a combo or as a thing you'd want to do in Anarch, but he said it was great.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely something to think about. And I think Old Hollywood had a lot of cool cards. So if you guys haven't checked it out, just go check.
Yeah, and we'll have some more old Hollywood games up on the channel very soon. Thanks everyone for watching.
Cool. Thanks, guys.